Zill, do you believe in frequency? Do you believe in some people drain your battery, and sometimes with some people you are feeling very high and your energy automatically enhanced? So, do you believe in that?
I do because I've experienced it. I acknowledge that it happened. Now, what is the solution? Instead of complaining and going over and over and over, you can just see it. You're wasting a lot of energy there. So instead, you just say, okay, yeah, this too shall pass, and I'm going to look at the solution. And when you don't react, then all of a sudden you pass that test, and then that won't happen again.
So, welcome back, guys, to our new podcast show. And today, super excited for this podcast. Zill with us, and there are a lot of things that I can tell you about Zill. Like, she have published 3 books till now. She's doing coaching, and there are a lot of things that we can cover in this podcast. So, I'm very excited for this. Make sure to watch this podcast till the end. You're going to learn a lot of new things, a lot of insights, and I think this podcast can really change your life. So you should watch this podcast till the end. So hi Zill, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share some wisdom and some inspiration and to raise your frequency.
Right. Whenever I get on a call with you, the energy level that you have is insane. Like first time when I met you, like you was just in a car, you were just driving somewhere, but like the energy and the frequency was so high because there is one thing. The people that you are with, like it depends on the frequency of the people. So if your frequency is high, then automatically my frequency is going to be high, right?
That's true. But except if you're in the wrong environment, then they're going to drain your battery. That's very important. We're going to talk about this in this call today.
Right.
You know, our job is to shine bright, to shine our light. And so that's what I'm here to do, to show you how to find your light and to shine it as bright as you can so you can vibe high and attract everything that you want into your life.
Right. Zill, do you believe in frequency? Do you believe in some people drain your battery, and sometimes with some people you are feeling very high and your energy automatically enhanced? So do you believe in that?
I do because I've experienced it.
Mm.
Like growing up, I was with a lot of unhealed people, a lot of negativity, toxicity, heavy, dense energy. And when you're around an environment like that, it's hard to elevate because if you're speaking positivity and you're trying to be positive, but you're around people that are speaking negatively and gossiping and complaining, that's going in your brain and they're taking your good energy and leaving you with bad energy, and that's going to lower you down. And
Right.
I've experienced this in my life, and it was when I got away and cut the cords of people that were in a stuck energy, then I was able to elevate because I was able to grow and expand and evolve because I wasn't allowing myself to be in agreements with people that wanted to pull me down and keep me like I was under them, or keep me feeling bad about myself, or questioning my worth, or putting doubt or negativity in my mind. It's really important that we love ourselves and that we expand our consciousness and grow, because we're either growing or we're shrinking.
Right. I 100% agree with that because like the things that happens with me, like before I was into this spiritual world, like before I started doing Reiki and stuff. So at that point of time, I was like everything was like I think negatively about anything. So if my phone has been broken or if there is anything that is happening in my life, so I think about that particular problem in a negative statement. But right now, like I am in a very good mindset. So right time, anything that happens in my life, it can be positive, it can be negative, it can be anything, but I always think about that problem in a positive manner. So what do you would recommend, or what do you would say about how we can enhance our vibration, how we can enhance our aura? What do you would say about that?
First thing, you have to look at it as there's never problems. There's just solutions. So
Right.
when something bad happens, ask, what is the good in this situation? How can I
Mm,
respond out of wholeness instead of being triggered? And when I'm
right.
not throwing my energy away and reacting, then I gain another piece of the puzzle. Then I hold the energy. It's when we react impulsively and get angry and upset, then we're wasting our energy. We want to focus our
Mm.
thoughts and our energy on things that lift us up, that inspire us. So if something bad happens and we don't like it, okay, this happened. I acknowledge that it happened. Now, what is the solution? Instead of complaining and going over and over and over, you can just see it. You're wasting a lot of energy there. So instead, you just say, okay, yeah, this too shall pass, and I'm going to look at the solution. And when you don't react, then all of a sudden you pass that test, and then that won't happen again.
Right, right. I can give you an example in this as well. Like sometimes, every time when you are in a particular situation, we have to think about the positive thing that is happening. Sometimes, if your one hand has been broken or something like that, so rather than crying about the accident that is happening, you can say like, what if my second hand can be broken as well? Like, what if we can, like, there are a lot of big problems that can happen in my life. So I'm
Or
very lucky that I'm just hurting my one hand. Like, oh, sorry for that.
Or instead of saying, I'm lucky not both my hands, because now you're thinking negative to both your hands, instead say, okay, I have an opportunity to heal my body, to rest in my
Hmm.
body, to
Right.
listen to my body, to strengthen my body, to take this time to listen to positive mindsets, to do some meditation, to see
Right.
my arm healing itself faster.
Right.
And to see
Right.
it healed, and resetting your mindset, and because every little bit that we think, we're now growing that area. So we want to focus
Right.
on, it's already healed, it's already done, I'm already at the end result. Start thinking even bigger than short term. See the end result like you already have it. You're already healed, you're already well, you're already abundant, you're already living your life of your dreams. How amazing would you feel? How would you be thinking? How would you be feeling? How would you be acting differently? So to think bigger.
Right, right. I'm a big believer of this thinking, you can say law of attraction or manifestation, like the things that you believe in, that is going to be in reality in your life. Do you believe in law of attraction? Do you follow that?
I believe in it, but I also believe that everything starts spiritually. It starts in our mind as a thought and an energy, and then it comes into form, and then we project it into our outer world. But it starts from within. If we don't see the vision that we want, and we don't feel the feelings of having it, then we're
Hmm.
on autopilot and we're just responding to the outside world. Instead, we can take
Hmm.
authority over our mind and our vessel, and we can write down our own script. What do I want to create? How do I want it to look? How do I want it to be? What is my intention? How my intention today is to be my highest self on my most abundant, highest timeline. God, source, universe, show me how to attract things that elevate me today, things that make me feel good,
Yeah.
and start with that intention, and then that intention will help focus you throughout the day, and you'll avoid traps and triggers by just being intentional and focused on the path that you want to create better, that you want to elevate, that you want to expand, that you want to grow.
Right, 100%, 100%. You're absolutely right at that point. And like I wanted to know more about you. Like we are already getting in this podcast. I'm super excited. So before getting more into it, I wanted to know more about your journey first. So like where you come from, I wanted to know more about your journey. How did you started doing this? And what, like the people who are new or they don't know you till now, like I want you to introduce them.
So I'm a single mom, full-time mom. I've wrote 3 books. I've been on billboards and magazines, and I'm really about opening people's minds, unlocking them, helping them to activate the codes in their DNA so they can be their highest self, to trigger them into living a better way, to think bigger for themselves, to not accept what people say about them, but to choose what they know themselves to be true. And growing
Right.
up, I was raised in religion. And so I was stuck in a system that didn't want me to grow. It was like black and white. This is the only way. And I was suffocating. I was feeling trapped. It was like I was attached to these cords that I couldn't elevate from. And it was when I stopped putting people on a pedestal and put myself and God on a pedestal, then I was able to cut those cords and get away, because all they
Right.
were doing was draining me. I was sick, I was tired, everyone was miserable, everyone was unhappy, they all still had problems. I was like, I don't want to live like this. I want to be free. I want to be authentic. I want to be the real me. I want to love all of me. And so I took it upon myself to face my darkness, to face where like, is this the truth about me? Am I a bad person? Am I a good person? And what does God say about me? I'm wonderfully made. He loves me. I'm more than a conqueror. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And his plans are to prosper me. And I'm the head, not the tail. And I'm the lender, not the borrower. And so I started to empower my spirit. And I started to expand my consciousness and get away from people that wanted to keep me down or just siphon my energy. I was being
Mm.
drained. And so by separating myself, I could find out what's my energy, what's their energy, what's the truth about me, and what's the truth about them. Am I being positive or am I complaining? Am I engaging in gossip or you know, am I reading books to learn and to grow? And by doing that, you're isolated for a time period because you have to go within to elevate. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and we're taught to look outside of ourselves. But when we look outside of ourselves, we're always chasing. We're always chasing the carrot that we never catch. And so when
Right.
I went within
Right.
myself, I became the carrot. And I started to embody the bigger part of myself and to allow Holy Spirit to guide my steps, my actions, my thoughts, my words by thinking before I act, slowing down, not just racing to please people, but loving myself first because I want
Mm.
real people that want to elevate and grow and expand, not people that just want to like you to be fake and to pull you down and to use you. And that's the thing. I had to learn about people and behavior. So I started to
Right.
study kind of like psychology. How do people behave? How do they act? What do they want out of somebody? Is this just a transaction? Or are they really coming from their heart? And really gain that discernment within me by listening to my own intuition, elevating and expanding my consciousness and becoming the light instead of the darkness.
Right, right, 100%. Zill, like you talk about self-love a lot. Like I have heard about self-love from you a lot of times. So, like how the self-love looks like in a daily life, like in a daily life of yours.
So a lot of the times we think our body is separate from us, but it's
Yeah,
not. And we treat it
yeah.
like an enemy sometimes. Oh, I don't like this
See,
about myself. Or, oh, this, I need to do this. Instead, I look in the mirror and I say, I love this about myself.
yeah,
What can I do to nourish my body today? And I go to the gym and I take vitamins like sea moss, silogit, mushrooms, like things that help elevate my energy. I go to the gym, I drink healthy greens, I eat salads, I walk in nature almost daily because nature is an energy battery. It fills you up. And especially if you're barefooted along the ground, it grounds you, it calms you, it helps fill up the energy from down within all the way up through the top of your crown. And I see energy coming from the top of my crown out through the bottom of my feet. And I allow myself to feed my mind and my heart and my soul healthiness by not separating myself and running from myself, but facing myself. If I'm tired, I say,
right,
okay, what do you need, body? How can I nourish you today? What do I need to do? And I'll lay down and I'll rest if I need to, or I'll meditate. If I'm feeling lost and drained, or I'm overstimulated in my mind, I sit down and I focus on my breath and I become the breath because we're not our mind or our body, we're
mm,
the awareness behind it, but we're not separate, right? And so a lot of the times the world wants you to be separated from yourself, separated from your heart. But when you're connected with your heart, looking after our body, going to the gym, exercising, feeding our body healthy foods, going in nature, being around, water. Water is very cleansing and energy, and water holds memory. And we can connect, because we're made of water. So the bigger part of us, and it can help us to get inspiration and ideas. And the more that we are in peaceful environments, the more kinder we are to ourselves because we're not all wound up. We're not all stressed and in our mind. When we're in our heart and we're calm and we're grounded, then we're open to
right.
receive. It's hard to receive when you're always like in fight or flight and you're just like go, 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 go and busy and thinking. We have to be calm, connected in our heart, grounded, open so we can allow things to come into our life and instead of just giving be able to receive because a lot of the times we're givers or we're trained to put our energy here, put it here, do this and do that, but maybe that's not what's best for us. But the more that we don't treat our body as separate. We look in the mirror and we say, instead of I don't like this, say I do like this about myself. I do love this about myself. And we cut back on our negative self-talk and our negative habits. So even if like you struggle with overeating sugar or alcohol or something like that, cut back and say, okay, one day a week I'm going to allow myself this, and the rest of the week I'm going to eat healthy. And so you're not totally cutting it out, but you're giving yourself a reward to slowly cut back your patterns and change your patterns, to break the cycles that are keeping you stuck and draining your energy.
Right, right, right. 100% right. It is very important to understand like where your energy is going. So you have to understand, like you have to take your energy in the right direction so that you can get a maximum out of it. And I wanted to know one thing from you, Zil. As you are working so hard, you are doing a lot of things at this moment. I remember the first call that we had. So you were on the call, and then you just started the drive, and you were going somewhere to pick your kids, I guess. So it is amazing. Like you are managing your time in a great manner. So I wanted to know one thing. Right now, you have done so many things in your life. You have published 3 books. What is the one thing that motivates you a lot? Like, what is the one
These are
thing?
my bucks.
Amazing.
The one thing that motivates me is freedom, is a better life, a better way of being, to not be controlled by a system, but to live as a sovereign being, to have a better future for my kids so they can be free, break generational curses, not be stuck in patterns and limitations that other people project upon me. I'm an amazing, powerful being. I want to live fully. I want to elevate. I want to experience. I want to be fully alive. I don't want to be stuck, dull, and stagnant. That's not exciting for me. I've lived in the darkness. I want to shine. I want to, take deep breaths and be on adventures. And I love to, explore and be in wonder, ask questions, grow, evolve, transform. So it's like every day we wake up, we have a choice. Okay, am I going to do the same thing, or what am I going to do different today? How am I going to think differently? How am I going to act differently? Where do I want to put my attention and my focus? And we can shed our old self every day and start over. And a lot of people are hard on themselves. They screw up and they say, "Oh, well, I can't do it." Instead, be like, "Okay, I
Yeah.
screwed up. I forgive myself, and I'm going to try again." And the trick is never give up. Keep getting up, keep trying, keep showing up for yourself. Who cares what anyone else thinks? As long as you're being a
Yeah.
better you for you, that's what matters. That's what's going to empower you.
100%, 100% correct. And the energy that you have is insane. But in a daily life, right, I can totally feel that.
I'm at a high frequency because because I don't wear a mask. I'm authentic. A
Mm,
lot of the times when we're feeling drained or lost, we're wearing a mask. Where are we lying to ourselves? It's hard to take that reflection. Where am I trying to please people to fit in so they'll like me? Am I really being my true self? Am I shrinking myself to make other people comfortable? Or am I being my powerful presence, authentic self, fully self-expressed, speaking my truth, coming from my heart and doing what I want, what makes me feel good?
yeah.
That's what gives you your power.
That is so true, so true. In the life of people, like the people who are watching this podcast, maybe they are in their business, maybe they are doing freelancing, maybe they are coaches. So it can be different professions that they are in. So if somebody in their life, there are multiple times, sometimes it goes higher and sometimes it goes lower. So there are multiple times where they are frustrated, or they are not happy, or there is something that is happening wrong with their life, the time is not good or something like that. So at that point of time, when they are in the burnout situation, how do you tackle those situations when it comes to your life, and what should they do, and what you are going to recommend those people at that point of?
I'm glad that you asked that. That's a very good question. The first thing you do is you don't make it wrong. A lot of the times we fight it. Oh, I shouldn't feel this
Yeah.
way. I shouldn't be burnt out. I should be up here. I shouldn't be tired. That's, you're fighting it. You're spending energy resisting. Instead, accept it. I feel tired. I own it. I worked too much in this area, exhausted myself, and now I need to fill up. What can I do to refill up my energy to be okay with this moment? And you have to learn to go with the flow, to go with the
Right.
fluctuations. Don't fight it, but flow with it. So when you're down, you're down. Listen to music that picks you up. Go for a walk in nature. Have a salt bath.
Mm,
Eat something healthy, or let yourself feel sorry for yourself. Say for 30 minutes I'm going to eat ice cream and complain, and then in 30 minutes I'm done, I'm over it. And allow yourself that time, or sit down and meditate. That always
yeah,
helps me.
that is the one thing that I do with me as well. Like I just focus, just start breathing in a deep breathe, like just have a deep breathe and just exhale my breathing and just focus on my breath. And that is how I just calm down my mind and everything. So like I love to do meditation. So let's talk more about meditation. So there are multiple types of meditation, you can say. Sometimes you are focusing on your breath, sometimes you are focusing on your thoughts, sometimes you are doing some type of mudras, you can say something like this, or like focusing on different mudras and focusing on the chakras that you have, and a lot of things that we can do. So what you would recommend, like just to start thinking
there's
about your breath?
there's no wrong or right. A lot of the times when we feel unbalanced, it's because our energy centers are off. Either we're indulging too much, or our heart is closed and we have walls up, or we're not speaking when we're supposed to speak up. And so our throat chakra gets closed. And so what I do is I first sit down and I visualize white light coming through the top of my
Yeah,
crown, flowing all through my body down into the ground. And then I see another
right,
channel flowing up through the top of my crown. And I fill my body
right,
with light. And I picture
right.
myself like a tree where my feet are going into the ground like roots. And I
Hmm.
focus on my breath. And I start watching my breath. And every time my mind wanders, I go back to my breath. And I go back to my breath. And I just become my breath. And that clears my head. And because when you're watching your breath coming out, you're not thinking, because you're
Yeah,
observing, right? So if you're not thinking, you're observing. So you become the awareness behind your mind. And it's hard. It takes time. You can even just start with 5 minutes, but set an alarm and say, for 5 minutes, I'm going to sit down and do this every day. Don't make it a big thing where you're going to quit and you're not going to do it. So say Monday,
right.
Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to sit down for 5 minutes, put it in your schedule and sit down. Or put on YouTube singing bowls or tuning forks
Mm,
and follow the
yeah,
sound. And because we are frequency, so sound frequency will help clear out those blockages in your body. And if you can't get still, join a meditation group. Go to a
mm,
meditation center where they have singing bowls, or where they'll walk you through it. There's no right or wrong for you. We all learn differently. But the first thing to do is to go within, to take deep breaths, to picture yourself filled with light, and to focus on how you want your day to go. So, example, when I wake up in the morning, I feel terrific. That's the first thing I say to myself. And I see my day as being terrific, of being happy, of laughing, of feeling good. And that jump starts my day to walk into that. If I have to do work, I see myself in my mind doing my work. And then it's
yeah.
easier to do it. So our
Mm,
body is smart. It follows directions. But if we don't tell it what to do, it's just going to react to the outside world. So it's getting a hold of our mind and dictating what we're going to think about, what we're going to do. But in order to get a hold of it, you got to get into your body, get grounded, and focus on your breath so you can see what you're thinking about.
right, right, right. It's absolutely right. Like, if your morning is good, the entire day is going to be amazing. Like, your day starts with the morning. If you have a morning ritual that you do in a daily basis, so I would recommend everybody who is watching this podcast have a morning ritual. Like, do something in your morning so that the day is going to be amazing. Like, for me, like, I just have a playlist in my mobile phone that I play it every single morning and just start doing my meditation. And once I am done with my meditation, I start doing some stretching of my body, like just like doing here and there, like dancing or doing something to make my body more active, feel the vibrations, feel the positive energy, feel the like vibration in the world, be happy, and then start your day. Your day is going to be amazing. Like, I'm very excited to know, Zill, like, what is your morning ritual? Like, how do you start your day?
you have to you have to start a new habit, and it's hard for people to do that. They think, oh, I don't, it's hard, but once you just
Yeah.
start it, and then you just stick to it
Right.
every day. They say it takes like 21 days or something to start a new pattern. But if you really want change, you'll do it. If you really don't want change,
Mm.
then you can't complain about your situation. Because if you don't do something different, nothing will change.
Right.
What I do in the morning is I say, all is well, everything works out for my highest good. Out of this experience, only good will come, and I
Mm.
am safe. And I speak life over myself. I pray to my creator. I speak positive affirmations over my life
Yeah.
every single morning before I even leave my house. I put protection around me, and I ask God to guide my steps, my actions, my thoughts, my words, my deeds, to be more like Him and less like me, to be filled with, to inspire, to pick people up, to be the best version of myself. And I allow that intention to go ahead of me before my day even gets started. And then I allow God to guide my steps and my actions. Where should I go? What should I do? How should I be? How should I show up? And that's a really good start to your day. Pray,
Yeah.
affirmations, and intention.
Mm.
And it's simple, but you just have to do it.
Right.
And that's the thing. We have to do something new to get different result, and you have to keep doing it. But it's worth
Right.
it, because after you do it for a while, it becomes a pattern, and then all of a sudden changes start to change in your life. Things on the outside start to become easier and better, and you start to shine more and be more happier. So it's worth doing the things that you need to do to elevate yourself.
Right. Consistency is very, very important in your life. If you are consistent, then you are going to make it. Yeah. This is very important. So
But be flexible for
mm,
flow. Go to a different restaurant. Take yourself out to eat. Do things that make yourself feel good.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
Color your hair.
Amazing.
My
Do
son, he's
tattoos.
like, because my whole life I was told I have to be blonde, I have to be this, I have to do this, and I was like, no, I want to have a nose ring, I want my hair to be purple, I want to do what I want to do, what makes me feel good, what makes me
Right.
feel alive. That doesn't mean I'm gay, or I'm wrong, or I'm a certain way. It just means I'm doing what makes me feel good about myself. So when I look at my toes, they're fancy and nice. When I look in the mirror, I feel fun and alive and vibrant. So do things that make yourself feel good. That's the first start to change. And then, you add on the meditations, the mindsets, the different habits that you form in order to create change in your life that's
Right. It's
permanent.
it's it's totally amazing. Like I have also done a tattoo in my hand. Like you can see, it's a dollar sign that I have done in my
Yeah.
hand. Like, it's funny.
Good. Yeah. It inspires
So
you.
we can do whatever we want, whatever we love to do, and this is your body, this is you. So there is nobody to make rules and stuff. Like you cannot do this, you can do this. This is what you want to do. No, just hear what you want to do from inside and do it. Amazing. Zill,
Yeah.
there are a lot of
That's
people who
it.
are watching this podcast and they want to connect with you. They want to talk to you more. They want to have a one-on-one session with you. I wanted to know more about what you offer.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the three links that I'm
So
going to
you
put
can
in the
find my
description.
books on my
Yeah,
website. My website is jillnypower.com. So Jill NY Power, very easy, and
yeah,
that's my real name. And so you can get, and when you go in my website, I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you click on any of those, I have tons of free videos to
yeah,
get you started, to help change your mindset, to think differently, to inspire you, to pick up your energy, to help you see differently. And my books are going to
yeah.
unlock your mind. They're going to help you see things you didn't see before, help you become aware of things that were maybe in your blind sight, that you could now take your power back and understand how things work, and instead of getting played, play the game. And then if you email me at jillnypower@gmail.com, I'm open for collaborations and personal one-on-one
Amazing,
coaching.
amazing.
And yeah, so
Amazing. Well, thank you
you
so
can
much
find me
for
there.
this. Like, I'm going to put all the links in the description. So, guys, if you want to do something in your life, if you are excited for, like, you love this podcast, you love the energy that we had, so definitely you should go and contact her, and you can check out her like TikTok and the Instagram, the watch some videos. You're going to learn a lot of things. So it is very important to be connected with us so that we can just improve your energy. We can give you more insight. So this is not something like I just watched this video, I love it. Okay, done. No, it's not like that. You have to subscribe to this channel so that you can get regular updates about that.
Yeah, because what we're doing is our lights are
Yeah,
lighting up other lights. And when you transform, you share your light and give other people permission to transform. And then we all live the life of our dreams instead of sitting in a box trapped that people tell us to be a slave. No, thank you. We're going to take our power back and we're going to live the life that we
amazing,
choose.
amazing. Zill, so I'm so happy for this podcast. Like, this was amazing session for me. And before ending this session, I wanted to know a final advice from you to the audience who are watching this podcast. You have done so many things in your life. Would you love to share a truth that you like, that has changed your life, or that can change the life of the audience who are watching this video?
Never give up on yourself. And always believe, because and don't listen to people outside of you, because that's where you lose power, because people always are projecting their own limitations, their own fears, especially if they're unhealed, and you don't want to have to take that on. So focus on your own path and remember, whatever struggle you're going through, there's always a solution. This too will pass. And my favorite saying in the whole world is, I'm perfect how I am and I'm perfect
Amazing.
how I'm not, and I accept the light and the dark, and then I integrate my darkness so I can shine with the light.
Amazing, amazing. This is a very, very important thing that people should understand, that if you believe in something, if you think this can be done, so if the world shouts around you like this is impossible, this cannot be done, this is not what you can do, or something like that, if you believe in yourself, if you think this can be done, then yes, it can be done. So there is nothing that is impossible until
If I can do it, you
you
can do it.
don't give up.
That's right. I If I did it, you can do it, and now I have the blueprint to show you the way.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, check out all the books. Like, I'm super excited. And definitely, if you love this podcast, let us know in the comment section. If we get good comments, we are going to come back and do a part two as well. So, I'm very,
Yeah.
very happy for this show.
Yeah,
There are a
let's
lot
do
of
it.
things that we can. Yeah. Thank you so much, Zill, for your time. Thank you so much for this podcast. This
Thank
was
you so much
amazing.
for having me. It's
Bye,
my
guys.
pleasure.
Bye, bye, Zill.
Bless everyone.